issued a press release that was in your packet. And so we had 28 applicants. We were allowed to open it to nonprofits, and we had 2 that applied. We were not able to fund 3 businesses, and that was because of either they weren't in Lions proper, they didn't have proper financial documentation, or they weren't current with some of the items that we requested, including business license and or sales tax information. So we scored them all as staff using a metric that we felt was very fair. And businesses were awarded either 50%, 70%, or 100%, or possibly 0, just depending. So then those are the businesses. And also we had about $235,000 in requests, and we're able right now to fund just over 197, and they had budgeted 200,000 total for Lions.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions of staff from board members? Hearing none. Was there a question?
I'll wait for the motion in second.
Yeah, hearing none, I would entertain a motion at this time with respect to the accounts payable relating to the CARES Act. There's only 3 choices for who can make a motion.
I move to approve the Federal CARES Act funding awards for the Lions businesses in Exhibit A, as stated by our staff.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, motion made and seconded. Any discussion?
I would like to discuss something real quick.
Trustee Carlos.
I would like staff to combine your the kind of the spreadsheet as part of this document you gave us with the USDA revolving loan fund by business, and obviously by grant year or revolving loan grant, whatever the small business loans are. And then obviously I have a column for this and indicate all the businesses that received, all of them, part of maybe just this one, and then a total for that business. And the reason for that is it's number one, it's tax dollars, so everyone can see where everything's going. It's transparent. And also, hopefully, we don't have to do a round 2 of this, but most likely the way this winter's setting up, very well could be. And if someone's out there, you go across those lines and there's a total of $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 for one particular business, and someone's applying for this possible second round or other revolving loan funds as they come from the USDA in the future, and a business B or C doesn't have any, I think we should kind of make that part of the scoring, that if someone's got a whole bunch out there, grants and loans, and someone doesn't have any, the person that's the first time applier should probably go to the top of the list if possible. And I'd like to see if we could have that for the next board meeting on January 4th, just as part of the Administrator Simon's report, just have it there in the packet and it's there, if that's all right.
Yeah, I think we would need to, when you read the memo, the first round of money that came to us was 92,000, I think. Half of that went to LEAF to be able to give to businesses. So we have LCF giving the businesses money, LEAF, and then the town, or via the town. So
that's fine. Just put it as LEAF. That's a nonprofit. They're eligible. Just put it there. If a citizen Joe wants to know what LEAF did with it as a not-for-profit, he can go ask them, and maybe. Yeah,
it is really. It's really interesting though. We do have some businesses that this is like their 4th or 5th, assistance. So it's interesting for us to watch as well. So yeah, we can do our best to put that together.
And I think Trustee Karavis, in terms of your question with the revolving loan fund, and then also this is Boulder County did check with us to make sure, and every business has to sign an affidavit that there is no duplication of benefits, because that is a federal offense. So they are signing all of those award letters, but we will happily give the board an update on all of the businesses that have a revolving loan fund out, and then these ones that are getting the grants.
And that's all I meant, just for pure transparency of all the tax dollars. That way, also to help you guys, like I said, hopefully we don't go through a round 2 or even a round 3 of this.
Mhm.
Should it happen, it helps you, help that business that maybe a little bit smaller, maybe hasn't needed it, and all of a sudden does, and someone else is applying that's already had $60,000 given to them. Well, hopefully we can help that other person first.
Sure. And I'd like to give a shout out to Brianna because she
Oh, I was gonna-
managed a lot of this too. And we want to do a press release on this because we think this is really positive press for the town based on everything else that we're hearing, in terms of putting this out and how much it's helping our small business communities, especially to get through this dark winter. So
Oh, you mean we're actually business friendly, as we're always told we're not?
I was told again today.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I do want to, before you approve your motion, if you don't mind, I want to you had mentioned Exhibit A, Trustee Carvis. There's actually a second AP summary we included in here. And it has to do with, part of it was other CARES Act funding that needs to be a check written before the end of the year. And on there, it's listed as bang the drum. It's really bang the table. But I found out after this was published that you approved that at a separate meeting. So that does not need to be there. The other two items that say Walsh Construction are not CARES Act. Those are FEMA. They should have been on AP that was approved last night and missed that deadline. So I don't know how you feel about that, but they did make a special request to Tracy to say, can we possibly get that paid before the end of the year as well so that they could make their payments?
Well, would you like me to remove Exhibit A from my motion?
I think if we just say
'Cause it's just on there, so.
accounts payable as presented or something,
Okay.
that'd
Well,
be great.
that will be my adjustment.
Thank you.
And to
But
follow
I
up
know we
on
don't want to make that a habit, but they did make a request and it was internal accounting that we should have had that on last night.
to follow up on Trustee Caravas's request, if in the packet information for the next board meeting, if those
Mhm.
those categories could be made clear, I think that would be good, because like he says, this is all federal tax dollars or local dollars that the board and the recovery loan fund groups control. And I think making that information public as part of a board packet is a good idea. And it does show what the town has been able to do to help local businesses. And I'd add one further comment. Something I should have checked before last night's meeting, but didn't do it until afterwards. Actually, I did it early this morning. I went and looked at business license fees in several towns around cities and towns around Boulder County, and most of them are $25. And so we actually brought ours down to where they're not higher than other people. So what we did kind of matched what other towns have done, and that's just, it's not as much as this, but it's something to help out local businesses. Any further discussion? If not, then I would call for the vote on the pending motion.
Mayor Pro Tem Browning, sorry.
Aye.
Trustee Rogan,
Aye.
Trustee Caravas,
Aye.
and Trustee Lowell.
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. I would also entertain a motion to adjourn after wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Merry
Thank you.
Christmas.
So moved.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
What
Bye.
This meeting, which I hope is our last meeting of the year, is hereby adjourned.
Thank you. Thanks for your
Thanks,
service,
everybody.
everybody.
Thanks, staff. Thanks for putting this
Thanks for
together.
your
like
work.
that.
Mayor Pro Tem, can you come by tomorrow to sign these checks?
Yes, what time would be good?
Late morning, noon, anytime after that. We're gonna try to get some out tomorrow.
It may need to be early afternoon. I have something like at 11 o'clock in Longmont, but would early afternoon work?
No
Okay,
problem. We just want to, they have to deposit or cash these checks by December 31st.
okay.
Oh, wow.
I'll be right after lunch then.
Great. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thanks,
staff.
everybody.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Thank you.